A man's hands tremble as he revises the CCTV footage. The timestamp reads 2:47 a.m. His store entrance. And there, a gray cat sitting quietly. The man's face turns pale. On the screen, a figure in a black hoodie appears and the cat rises to its feet. What happens next? The man stares at the monitor and whispers, What have I done? But it's too late. The cat never came back. This is a true story that happened in a small town just outside Seoul, Choi. This man in his mid-50s has been running a small grocery store in a residential area of Yangpyeong for 16 years. The store isn't large, about 400 square feet packed with groceries, snacks, and drinks. He opens at 7 a.m. and closes at 9 p.m. He knows all the regular customers by name. Sometimes he lets elderly customers pay later. He slips extra candy to the school children when their parents aren't looking. He's that kind of person. Early April. It was an ordinary morning. When Mr. Choi arrived to open his store, there was a cat sitting near the entrance. Gray fur, white paws, a torn left ear. A stray cat. Choi didn't think much of it. There were plenty of stray cats in the neighborhood. He figured it was just resting while passing through. But the next day, the cat was sitting in the same spot, right next to the store entrance, to the right of the door. What struck him as odd was the cat's behavior. It didn't meow. It didn't approach customers. It didn't try to enter the store. It just sat there quietly, watching the street, as if that spot had always been its place. The first few days were fine, but after a week, customers started asking questions, one by one. Is this your cat? No, just a stray. Is it sick? It's been here for days. Choi began to feel increasingly bothered. Having a cat constantly in front of a grocery store could create hygiene concerns, especially in times like these when people are so sensitive about such things. He started chasing the cat away. Go on, shoo! When he waved his hands, the cat would slowly stand and walk into the alley. But it never went far. It would sit at the corner, still watching the store. Choi felt relieved. It won't come back now. But the next morning, the cat was back in that same spot, same place, same posture. 2 weeks passed. The cat came every day. During the day, it would sometimes leave. It would wander around the nearby park or sleep in the shade behind the alley. But when the sun set, it always returned. And it would sit in that spot in front of the store, watching the street all night long. Of course, Mr. Choi didn't know this. He closed at 9 p.m. and went straight home. Late April, Choi's monthly sales dropped slightly. Not drastically, but noticeably. He began to feel anxious. Why are sales down? Is it because of the new convenience store nearby? Or his gaze turned to the store entrance, the cat, sitting there again. One day, a regular customer said carefully, Mr. Choi, there's been a cat in front of your store lately. Is everything okay? Is it sick or something? Mr. Choi answered irritably, I keep chasing it away, but it keeps coming back. It's really becoming a nuisance. The customer nodded awkwardly and left. That evening, Mr. Choi confided in his wife. Honey, I think that cat is hurting the store's image. Customers keep asking about it, saying it's concerning. His wife asked, So are you actually losing customers? I'm not certain, but it must be having an effect. It doesn't look hygienic. Early May arrived. Several things went wrong for Mr. Choi at once. Problems arose with suppliers. Deliveries were delayed. And he received 2 complaints about expiration dates. He couldn't sleep properly, and his nerves were on edge. That morning, when he came to open the store, the cat was sitting in that spot again. Something inside Mr. Choi snapped. Hey, you cat! He shouted much louder than usual. He grabbed a broom from inside the store and he swung it down hard near the cat's feet. He didn't hit it, but very close. The sharp sound of the broom hitting the pavement echoed through the alley. The cat jumped in fright. Its ears flattened back and tension rippled through its entire body. Then it ran with all its might and disappeared into the alley. Choi exhaled roughly and put the broom down. Finally, some peace and quiet. That day, the cat didn't return. The next day, it didn't return. The day after that, it didn't return. Choi felt relieved. Now the store will look cleaner. Customers won't ask anymore. But it was strange. Sales remained the same. No better, no worse. As if the cat's disappearance had no effect at all. 3 weeks later, on a Tuesday night, 11 p.m., Choi's phone rang. It was the security company. Sir, We've detected a breach signal at your location. His heart pounded. Choi hurriedly dressed and got in the car with his wife. The midnight roads were empty, with only traffic lights blinking hollow. When they arrived at the store, 2 police cars were already there. The front door was intact, but the back door was shattered. The moment he stepped inside, Mr. Choi couldn't breathe. The safe was open. The cash register was broken, and several display shelves were toppled over. Cigarettes, alcohol, electronics were gone. The officer said, "Looks like professionals. They took only cash and high-value items. You have CCTV, right?" Mr. Choi nodded blankly. 16 years. It felt like 16 years of building something had crumbled in an instant. The next morning, Mr. Choi sat in a small office at the police station. An officer fast-forwarded through the CCTV footage on a computer. "Let's check the past month." They likely cased the place beforehand. The officer stopped the screen. "Wait, this." He rewound the footage. It was from 2 weeks ago, April 9th. 지섭상기치sh AM. The screen showing the store entrance. And there, the cat was sitting. Choi's heart seemed to stop. In the footage, the cat was sitting quietly as usual, watching the street. Then suddenly, its ears perked up. A man in a black hoodie appeared at the edge of the frame. The man walked slowly, checking each store door. When he reached Mr. Choi's door, the man reached for the door handle. Then moment. The cat moved, silently, swiftly. It rushed toward the man. It arched its back, raised its fur, and made a sharp sound. The man jerked back in surprise. He tried to kick the cat away, but the cat didn't back down. It kept guarding the door. It lunged again, scratched, threatened. Eventually, the man gave up and disappeared into the darkness. Choi stared at the screen with his mouth open. The officer silently rewound further. April 12th. 유죄반 알겠다. Another night. Another person. Same cat. Same behavior. Next footage. April 18th. 요파심 AM. Again. April 24th. 유섭승믹 AM. A man with a crowbar. The cat didn't retreat. 4 times total. In 1 month, someone targeted Mr. Choi's store 4 times. And all 4 times, that small cat stopped them. Alone. Without anyone knowing. In the middle of the night, Choi stared at the screen and bit his lip. "I didn't know." His voice trembled. "I chased it away with a broom. I scared it away." The officer said nothing. On the screen, the cat sat alone in the darkness, guarding the empty street. From that day on, Mr. Choi searched for the cat. He walked through every corner of the neighborhood, every alley, under every park bench, under every parked car. He asked neighbors, "Have you seen a gray cat with a torn ear?" An elderly woman said, "Oh, that cat. I think I saw it at the park a few days ago, but I'm not sure." He called animal shelters. "Has a gray cat with white paws and a torn left ear come in?" "Sorry, we don't have any cat matching that description." Choi placed a food bowl in front of the store. Every evening, he put out fresh food. He made a temporary shelter from a small box, but the cat never appeared. 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. The food bowl remained full. The box stayed empty. Every morning, when Mr. Choi opened the store, he looked at that spot, the exact spot where the cat used to sit. It was empty. The store gradually returned to normal. He installed a new back door, added more CCTV cameras, upgraded the security system. Customers came back. Sales recovered. But something was different. Every evening when closing the store, Mr. Choi would stand alone at that spot for a long time, looking at the empty street, the door that no one was guarding anymore. He would just stare and think, where is that cat now? Is it eating? Is it guarding somewhere else? This is a true story that happened in a small town in Yangpyeong, just outside Seoul. Sometimes we don't recognize the value of what's closest to us. Sometimes we don't even realize we're being protected. Someone is silently watching over us without expecting anything in return, without seeking recognition, just quietly from their place. But we find them bothers. We consider them inconvenient. Sometimes we drive them away, and only after they're gone do we realize, oh, how precious that was. Choi still looks at that spot every day. The spot where the cat used to sit. Empty, yet feeling so unbearably heavy. Do you have someone like this in your life? Someone who's always there, though not always noticed. Someone silently protecting you. It could be your parents, an old friend, or someone you see every day. Recognize their value before they're gone, before it's too late. If this story touched your heart, please show your support with a like and subscribe to our channel. Your small gesture of interest gives us the strength to share more meaningful stories. Turn on notifications so you can be the first to see our new stories. Share your thoughts in the comments too. If there is someone silently watching over you, make sure to express your gratitude to them today. We'll see you in the next story. Thank you.